Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maria. I'm a classical pianist, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a first impressions / review of Yousician. So Yousician is one of these apps that helps you learn piano, guitar, I think a few other instruments, but I'm going to be focusing on the piano aspect of it. If you want to check out my Simply Piano and Flow Key review, I'll leave those in the description box. And the more I do these reviews, the more I see that every app is so different. They focus on different aspects of piano playing when it comes to teaching somebody for the first time. So I'm really curious to see what Yousician brings to the table. Let's get into the video. So I'm going to be using my own piano.
We're surrounded by music everywhere we go. Learning to play music can be one of the most empowering ways to express your emotions. And you have the ability to unleash your musical imagination with the piano. Welcome to Piano by Yousician, where you'll discover new skills to set your feelings free. My name is Sunny, and I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Let's play.
Let's play. Whoa, we're getting right into it.
Welcome to Yousician Piano. Here's a quick guide to get you started playing with Yousician.
Each exercise begins with a moving screen.
You can choose how you want to view your notes. Enhanced notation,
Or standard notation.
This is going too fast for me.
We'll teach you the skills you need to play your favorite songs.
You'll start learning the first song in the next task.
Are you ready?
Let's play.
Wow. Okay, so right off the bat, Simply Piano and Flow Key, they were a little bit less upbeat. They were just kind of, especially Flow Key, was a little bit more relaxing. They're speaking so fast in this. I am trying to pretend that I don't know where C is or which C to do. And so far, I think for a person with zero to no background, I would be quite confused at this point. Let's hop into the first C position workout. Okay, so this is like an exercise.
Play the colored keys one by one. They're in the center of your piano near a group of 2 black keys.
In the center of your piano and near a group of 2 black keys. Okay.
Okay, let's play our first note, starting with note C. Note C is the key near the center of the piano that is just to the left of 2 black keys. Play C with your right hand thumb when the ball touches the note. Great. Let's do that again. When the ball touches the note.
Okay, I like the count-in.
Place your index finger on note D, which is the next note to the right. Let's play.
What happens if I don't play it? Oh, it comes back to it.
Great.
Gotcha.
Let's do that again. Now play.
I just want to pause this for a second. I really like that they have this little icon in the bottom right corner showing you the colors for the finger numbers. They haven't spoken about finger numbers yet, but this is going to be a smooth segue into it, I'm sure. The graphics on this are not as complex as Simply Piano in a way, but in a way they have much more to work with. So you kind of have the icon of the little hand. You have at the bottom the tab that shows you, the timeline that shows you how far you got through the exercise, which I really like. Sometimes these exercises, you're just taken for a ride. You have no idea when it's going to end or if you're halfway through or not. So I really like that. I like that they're counting in, so already kind of creating a sense of rhythm and knowing where the downbeat is. My only concern is they didn't spend any time talking about hand position or piano posture. So for all they know, people could be playing with super flat fingers or, not really have those basics because they didn't talk about them yet. And actually some of the piano players in the opening kind of introduction video had some pretty wild hand position stuff going on as well. So maybe that's not a priority in this app, but let's keep going. It looks like they're just focusing on the notes of it for now and just in C position.
These notes in order. Now let's place your middle finger on note E, which is the next note to the right. Let's play. Place your ring finger.
I'm just going to pause it there again. Something about the microphone situation with the lady giving the directions doesn't sit quite right with me. I wonder how big the team was behind Musician versus Floki or Simply Piano. I think they had a little bit more of a, I guess, a smoother microphone situation going on. So that coupled with the graphics, this is more simple in a way, just makes me wonder of the size of the team. Maybe there were less people behind this app.
Now play these notes in order. Okay, let's keep going.
I like how they're harmonizing it. I'm trying to remember Floki and Simply Piano. I can't remember if they like harmonized all the notes that you would play when it was just single notes. I think it was just full of exercises, although I did press play versus practice. So I don't know. But so far I'm liking it. It's just, I guess, moving a little slowly. I think in Floki, once they taught you C, D, F, G, you could already go on to playing some songs. But here they're really drilling this in. So again, from my perspective, I don't know if I would necessarily need this exercise to be this long. Let's keep going.
Now let's play these notes in order.
I tried to trick the app. I was playing them in different octaves, but it only caught me on the last G. So I guess if you're not playing on middle C, the app wouldn't really even know, but they did tell you to play in the middle of the key. So as long as you're listening, you should notice it. But they didn't say it too many times. They didn't kind of dwell on it at all.
Fantastic. Now let's mix it up. Let's apply the notes you've just learned in the next song.
So I just want to make this a little bit quieter. I like the scoring system, so that probably serves as a good motivator to continue through these levels. I can't quite remember how Floki and Simply Piano's score system worked, if they had one, but it didn't stand out, so they didn't give me like stars or points along the way. I think I would prefer for it to jump around a little bit more. So for the exercises to be a little more targeted and shorter. I'm trying to look at it not from the perspective of a professional, but just from, a beginner. I think a beginner would still like for things to jump around a little bit more. But maybe this is just the first exercise, so, they're spending some extra time on it. Let's try another one. Oh, another thing I noticed is that they didn't ask me too many questions right at the start. So I remember Simply Piano was asking me if I have a piano, how would I describe my piano skills and kind of rate them almost so from 1 to 10 kind of. So if I know nothing versus if I know something, or, I've played a few songs before, so forth. Here, they just asked me if I have a piano, and we just kind of just hop right in. Oh, wow. Ear training. So this is one of the first apps that I see ear training so early on. I want to take a look at that. Okay, let's see this video.
Before you continue playing, now is a good time to relax your hand. Drop your hand like this and gently pull your fingers down using your other hand a few times.
What?
Then flip your hand like this and gently pull your fingers back towards you a few times, like this. And when you feel relaxed, you can continue to the next task.
Oh, man. I have seen people who do this. It's very easy to overdo it. Honestly, there's little to no benefit of, like, this will not increase your, technical skill in any way unless you're I guess, in pain and you want to stretch it out. But honestly, I don't see the point of doing any of this at all. I don't think it does too much good. I thought they were going to talk about, shaking your hands out. This is what I like to do. Just let them hang by your sides and then pick them up and just observe the natural curve in your hand. Now just flip them over, and that's the position that you want to be playing the piano in, with that natural curve. And then after that, you just want to figure out a natural way to transfer the weight from your arm into the piano while preserving that natural curve. So I was hoping for something more like that, or at the very least, used curved fingers at the piano, but they said nothing about that. And yeah, even the little thumbnail for this video shows a collapsed hand arch. So you really want to have like more or less engaged palm, so you have that supported arch, because otherwise it's just going to look like this, and or flat even, and that won't transfer the weight in the best way, leading to tension, blah, 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 blah. I was expecting more from this video, to be honest, because this is the first hand position video, I think. Just going in order. This is the first hand position, and they haven't mentioned weight transfer or even the curve of the fingers yet. So I'm just a little bit confused about what's going on. Let's see Life Beyond G. Okay. So what they're doing is just shifting your thumb over to a different position. This is good. I'll tell you why. I have taught beginners who have spent a few months just in C position, and it's very hard then, especially for younger children, to fathom that the thumb doesn't always play C, to the point that they start to see finger 3 in the score and they automatically press E. So I'm a fan of playing high on the keyboard, low on the keyboard, just so you don't get locked into thumb always equals middle C, second always equals D, etc. I thought they were going to do the thumb tuck, but I guess it's a little too early for that. I get it.
Is there life beyond G? Can you possibly go any higher?
Wait, I'm not playing anything.
Is there life beyond G?
Oh.
What if you fall off the keyboard? Now pull yourself together. Take a jump to the unknown and see what you will find.
Okay. Half the time I wasn't even playing the note. I was like, are they gonna know that? I think they heard themselves and like they thought it was a note. I know people in the comments are gonna be like, connect your MIDI to like the iPad. Some people are not gonna do that, and I am not gonna do that in this video. So I'm just going to pause it there. I like how they're using the actual melody from the Surprise Symphony and then transitioning it into a secondary voice. But there is a little bit of a disconnect. Like, why do you play a double C, but you don't play a double E, and then you play a double G? It's a little bit random. Makes me wonder, like, did you not learn how to play double notes on E? Which kind of doesn't make sense, because either way, you just lift up your hand and you play a double note. So it's a little bit confusing, let's say. Like, this is an aspect of technique, right? To have easy, repetitive notes. So, of course, when you have fast notes later on, like later, you want to have the 3-2-1, 3-2-1, or like 4-3-2. I'm not as good at that one. Or sometimes you just have the, hammer wrist going. But when it's so slow, you really want to make sure that they're not just, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but like, if they're not just like using each finger individually, because that's how you get tired. So I think I'm going to go looking for if they spoke about repeated notes and how it's really coming from the arm. That's super important.
Play and hold note C for 4 beats when the ball touches the note. 1, 2, 3, 4.
They're being more picky, so I was a little
Now
late.
let's
They told
place
me
your
I'm
ring
late.
finger on note D with your left hand, which is the next note to the right. Let's play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Let's do that again. This time, playing and holding note D for 2 beats each. Let's play. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm getting the hang of this exercise. They did introduce repeated notes. It looks like I will watch it through just to see if she's going to mention that you want to play it from your arm. However, I do think they should have a separate video for that. It's kind of an important concept, and it can be hard to visually conceptualize it and feel it in your body without having a video dedicated to it. I did want to check out the ear training. So let's see the ear training. Okay, so they're giving me random notes. So that's F. That's C. So C goes first. I think that's right. Yep. But did they talk about pitch before? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Arrange the first 5 notes of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm so confused. Why are there 5 notes? So that's C now. So see, like, I have no idea what's going on. Is it like there's 3 C's? So there's 2 C's. Okay. Okay, so I guess it has to go up higher, and it has to be the same one, so.
One eternity later.
This was so tiring. This could have been so fun. You could have done listen for the major versus minor triads. You could have done, you know, intervals maybe. 1, 2, 3, major, third. Stuff like that. But like, I legitimately got extremely confused. And if it wasn't for this video and trying to figure this out, I would have already exited this exercise. And I don't know if I would have the highest opinion or the most positive opinion about ear training after this exercise. This was very confusing to me. So I think I'll end it there for the hopping around the app. Again, this is a first impressions, so I haven't gotten the chance to spend a few days with this app. There might be a lot of things that I'm missing about it, so just keep that in mind. This is my first experience with the app, and let me share my thoughts with you. So my honest thoughts about Yousician is that it was a little bit random, even from the fact that they never spoke about hand position, or at least they didn't at the beginning, which is the most crucial part. I know Simply Piano, on the other hand, was mostly focused on pop music. They also didn't say a whole lot about hand position, but it was clear that it was kind of the more kid-friendly, popular songs type app. I wasn't really sure what Yousician was because they had the Surprise Symphony, for example. They had Ode to Joy, which, okay, that's a very popular one, although it is also classical music. But then they had some pop in there. So even from the rep point of view, it was a little bit random. What I liked in Flow Key that Yousician unfortunately didn't have is that they established hand position right away, which is so crucial in music. You see it in sports all the time. One of the first things you talk about is form. So any type of sport, dance, gymnastics, you always speak about form first because you're using your body to do something, right? And it's the same in music. You're using your entire body, or at least you should be using your entire body. And so that really paves the way for lots of bad habits right off the bat. The thing about the repeated notes, that was really, I think, a lost opportunity to speak about how you can use your whole arm to produce a sound, and the rotation too. Of course, I'm a fan of any app that encourages people to learn the piano, but I can see why Musician wasn't one of the first that popped up in my mind when I thought of these apps. I immediately went to Simply Piano just because the graphics were honestly probably the prettiest in Simply Piano. Flowkey had a little bit more professionalism to it, which I liked. And it looks like Musician didn't have the visual, and the audio was a little bit questionable. I read in some of the comments that you guys left on the Flowkey review that Flowkey is more for adults, whereas Simply Piano is more for kids. I get that. I'm not really sure where I would put Musician in that rank. So, like, you know, kids like the graphics, so I get why Simply Piano, with shorter exercises, shorter explanations, and more like pops of color, I can get why that would be for kids. Here, it was a lot of different aspects that you have to keep in mind, like the graphic of the hand and the timeline. So that makes me think it's for adults more so. But at the same time, a lot of the important elements in terms of physicality were left out. So I left a little bit confused about that. And again, the ear training, they could have introduced it in a more fun way. Ear training is one of the most important aspects of piano playing if you choose to do it for fun, because it can help you play by ear, to play songs that you've heard online and you kind of want to just find it by yourself without necessarily looking for a score. So it helps you be an independent musician rather than always relying on the music. Just based on what I saw in the app today, it was not really explained well, and it was just a little bit confusing. So I don't know how to feel about it. But I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you found it helpful if maybe you were on the fence and trying to choose between one of these apps. Let me know in the comments if you want me to review anything else or if you have any other video requests. If you want to watch some more of my videos, you can do that right here. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!